I'm here to express myself, and I'm repetitive sometimes. But I'm going to share another critical message. Critical message. The little things that you do are so important. The day-to-day things, it has an effect. It doesn't always happen right away. And if you're harming yourself, if you're doing something that's harmful for you, whether you're eating something harmful, drinking, whatever you're ingesting, whatever you're listening to, things that have an effect on your body, it's a wear and tear. Take note of it, because you're most likely not going to be that affected by it today if you do something you shouldn't. If you're eating processed foods, drinking alcohol, whatever it is, putting on toxic chemicals, if you're not taking care of your vessel, if you're not getting, even getting sunlight can be beneficial, so that's something else you can do. But I notice these patterns, and the reason I share it is because I know this is my strength of taking care of my vessel. It's very undervalued in this society, in this world, because there's poison everywhere. You go on a commercial, or you look at these commercials on TV, and all these celebrities and these influencers, they are advertising these products that are very harmful. So you got to be that person to call it out. You may not have the same influence as them. You may not be as big or popular on the world stage, but your message is extremely important. You see, usually there's only a few people that watch these videos I make, but I know how important the message is, and that's why I share it continuously over and over and over again. I get sunlight every chance I get. It is freezing today. It's freezing in the winter, in this area. Further up north you go, the colder it is. That's how they create it. But this is something that I do. It's a frequency. The sun's a frequency that can be very beneficial and I'm out there. It increases your frequency. Look, I'm not going to make this too long of a video, but I needed to make sure that I kept you up to date on what's happening. And what I see is a lot of people in their day-to-day lives who continuously ingest poison, toxins. You see, this infrastructure was set up in a way where there are toxins everywhere, and you cannot accept it. You must fight back. You must figure out ways to fight back against it. If you're just drinking tap water, the water and the food are ways that can easily damage people. Water and the food. And you got to be extremely cautious of that. There's so many different distractions out here. Just on the internet, on TV. If you're just staring at a screen, you see these frequencies have an effect on you. These phones that we're using, it's almost impossible to get away from this technology in this world. But if you're not cautious, if you're not careful, this nanotechnology and whatever's in the cell towers, and combine it with what they're spraying in the sky, it's not always sunny like this. Sometimes it's entire sky that's covered with all this barium, strontium, and other whatever else they're using. It's a military operation. But all I'm saying is you got to be extra careful, and you got to take this seriously, because this quite literally is a spiritual war. I don't care if you agree with me or not. This is how I feel about it. It's a spiritual war, and it's designed to lower your frequency. It's designed to take your power away, your spiritual power away. See, you're not supposed to fear death. You're not supposed to fear, well, when I say fear, I mean like you're not supposed to constantly be in fear, whereas you're operating at a lower frequency. Maybe a little bit of fear to get you to move and make things happen is okay. But when I say, people are stuck in fear, they're stuck in a lower frequency. They're unable to rise. This infrastructure and everything around you, it has people operating at their lowest capacities, so they're aging quicker, so they're getting sick quicker, and they're dying. And like I said, it doesn't always happen overnight, but you're not supposed to be doing that. Your vessel is meant to be protected. Your vessel is not supposed to deteriorate. They taught you this. They gave you poison. That's why it deteriorates. They took you away from operating at the frequency of the sun, operating at the frequency of nature. These trees, if you look around, whatever chemicals they use, it destroys the trees. And that's why in the winter in these areas, you don't see the trees keep their leaves. They fall off, they die, and they pretty much go into that sleeping state. It's all death. That's a frequency that they've created. They need your mindset to be that way, so your vessel deteriorates over time. And that's the huge challenge. That's the spiritual war. I'm a messenger. I share what I learn. I share what I experience, and it's important information. I know I'm not here by accident. My existence is not by accident. I'm meant to have an impact. And it doesn't matter how small it may seem. Only a few people watch this. It may be the few that need to see it. The sun is extremely healing. I came out here to get some sunlight because, all these buildings, and I've said this, especially over the summer when the sun's always out, people are stuck in buildings in the summer, even when it's warm and, the trees are out and, all those green leaves on the trees that are meant to heal you. They have people stuck in these buildings and these corporations. So, your vessel is stuck inside of that program and it cannot evolve. And, you got people warming up food in a microwave. You got radio wave frequencies. These are all very low frequencies that, keep you operating at that low frequency. That bandwidth is meant to expand and grow, but it cannot do that if it's stuck in one place and you're doing the same thing every day and you know that you're harming your vessel and you accept it. Many of you know that it's wrong to be doing certain things. And I'm no exception when it comes to being distracted and having bad habits. And I'm working to become better. We owe it to ourselves to do exactly what we can to heal ourselves and make changes and not do the same patterns every day that's keeping us stuck and it's harming us. We don't need that. Get away from the toxic energy. I'm around people who are always coughing and they're sick, and I just notice it. Like, what am I going to do? Just sit there and continue to think that this is okay? Like, I'm just sitting in a room. Everyone's just constantly getting sick, and they're constantly eating this processed foods, and they're continuously not taking care of their vessel, continuously heating up food in the microwave, continuously taking the pharmaceuticals from the medical industry. And it all adds up. So all of what you are taking, medications for pain, medications for sicknesses, it's making you more sick. You see, it's quite sad that people support this stuff, support this evil, support what is killing you, and they still wonder why they're getting sick. They still wonder why things are not changing. They don't want to link into the natural intelligence. They don't want to heal their vessel. Nature's provided you with what you need to heal, but they're not utilizing it. And this goes beyond food and water. What are you using for your laundry detergent? How are you cleaning yourself? Are your soaps even natural? Are there chemicals in your soaps? Your cleaning supplies? And all this is going to add up. And if you're always looking on your phone too, just staring at screens, or you're staring at a television all day, and all these artificial lights that you're staring at, that's going to damage your pineal gland. And I'm here to share this information because it's extremely critical. And this is why people get sick. It's sad, but it's sad to see that it goes on. It's a cycle that continues. You got to break those cycles that are just harming you. There's no point to stay in it. I'm not going to be nice about it. I'm not going to just fluff it. I have to express what's going on. And that's all I got to say for now. I need to make sure I continuously make these videos too. So, because I notice the same patterns, and I got to keep sharing what is on my mind and what I'm seeing.